So be it.
Hi guys, thanks to everybody who's coming in on the replay. A slightly different one tonight. We're doing real business tips from real people in business for you, so you can tune in either through Periscope here or you can watch on blab.im. There's a four-way conversation. We're just waiting for some of the people to tune in. If you're on the replay, remember you can tap the screen and show some love, show some hearts. If you go to our Twitter at ATW Networking, there's a link to the Blab and you can jump in and you can join the conversation over here. We have also got a Twitter feed going on the right-hand side of the screen here, where if you use hashtag ATNscope, you can ask us questions there. Guys, this is a bit of an experimental one. We're not sure how it's going to go, but we have got a recording going up for the whole of this. For some of you, you will recognise this lovely face over here. It's Sweet Danny. You may recognise probably more her hands from the doing the cakes and decorating cakes and bits and pieces, and when she jumps up to give some advice on scopes there. So we've got people coming in from kind of all different businesses and stuff. So we've got some people just tuning in now. So guys, if you're on Periscope and you're tuning in, do feel free to, you can actually, now here's a little tip for you guys. If you go to the little, I need to flip this around. Come on. The little Perry guy down in the bottom corner here, what you can do is you can say share to Twitter and delete the whole message and use the hashtag ATNscope. And what that will do is it will send a tweet out that we will see and we'll answer your questions, or you can ask live on here. So guys, please do iOS swipe right, Android swipe up, and invite your followers and share that. Kath Hassel, hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for coming in. So we're using a platform called blab.im. And we're here to just answer your questions. We're going to give a few hints and tips. I'm going to let Danny do a little bit of talking because I feel like I've been hogging the introduction here. So I'm going to hand over to Danny, but she's just going to give us a little insight to how she is using how Danny is using Periscope. So if you want to jump in, Danny, and take on.
Okay, so I am Sweet Danny. Most of you know me that are in here. I run Sweet Cheeks Cookies and Cakes in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm using Periscope to just get my name out there even more and connect with other businesses. So I've done that already by way of connecting with so many people. Chocolate Johnny in Sydney, Tristan in Sydney, so many people around Australia and around the world as well. Periscope is very addictive, but really good for business if you use it correctly. I'm doing a weekly Periscope called Sweet Danny's Business Tips, whereby I give out tips and answer tweeted questions to me, specifically for the sweet industry, I guess, businesses, but they pertain to any small business, I guess, really. And very new to Blab and looking forward to getting to know this one as well. Another thing to be addicted to.
Yeah, cool. We have got a couple of the guys. It's a brand new platform, so we're I'm going to try and keep it this way around because you can see me up here. It's really weird. I navigate two screens at the same time. You can see me on there. So Kathy, brilliant. Sarah's just jumping in as well. Let me just accept this. So it's a new platform called blab.im. And what it is it allows 4 people to be live on a stream at the same time. So we're live on Periscope. Hi guys, jumping in on Periscope. Hi Kerry, thanks for jumping in. So just doing a few welcomes here, guys. So for those of you just tuning in, what you can see on screen on Periscope is actually blab.im. If you go to hashtag ATNscope, you'll find the link there. We're doing a Perry Tribe hangout on Blab so that people can ask questions to real business owners and get that. So Blab's a live streaming platform where it allows us to have 4 different people live at the same time, and also has that's okay, Kelly, no worries. Also allows you to ask questions over on the side. There's a conversation bit here, so you can jump in and ask questions live on Periscope. Yeah, absolutely, Periscope on steroids. Couldn't believe it.
There, this could get very confusing with 4 people trying to talk at once, but So I thought I would type.
Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. He is fairly good at handling the audio. Brian Fanzo of iSocial Fans was on the other day, and wherever he goes, there tends to be a big audience, and it seemed to be handling quite well through the app and through the desktop.
Right.
I'm not sure if it's available on Android other than through the desktop, through a browser at the moment, but the iOS actually has an app you can run for it as well. So, hey, Sarah, jumping in. Hey, do you want to say hi, tell people how you're using social media, and let us give people an insight for how you're using it for business?
Yeah, sure. I'm actually using the app to do this, so please let me know if the quality is not good. I can jump out. I don't care. So I have a business called Buttontopia. We sell buttons, which are effectively, things that hold your pants up. I can nearly say it without smiling now, Trist, nearly. And I'm using social media in a big way for Instagram and Facebook primarily, for getting the product out there and getting people to know what you can do with the product. I'm then using things like Scope and obviously now Blab as sort of networking with other like-minded business owners. I don't see my market as far as my customers coming from Scope or from Blab at this stage, but who knows? I might be able to do tutorials down the track for that sort of thing. That's awesome. What I'm up to.
Cool. So, guys, I'll just fill you in on that. If you are going and watching, because obviously we're on Periscope, guys, go and check out it's at Sweet Danny is up in the top right-hand corner over here. That's DANNI. And also down here, we've got Sarah at Buttontopia. Do go over and check out what she's up to as well. Mikhail, I'll let you do your own introduction through your mouthful of drink.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Just put the kids to sleep and grab a cup of tea. So Tristan cool. knows all about that. My kettle is actually a plane.
I'm glad that you got the kettle in before we went live on Periscope, because guys, if you ever call Mikhail and you can hear this horrendous noise, it's probably his kettle.
I do a variety of things. I've got a business in roofing and building maintenance. I've also got another business that's around sales, training, and coaching. So, after being in business for 5 years, a lot of people were asking me what was it that I was doing, and how I was doing business, and seeming to have work all the time. So I decided to help business owners out there and start training and coaching them in marketing and sales. So that's what I pretty much do. Spend a lot of time on Scope, I guess, and Blab now with this group of people.
Yes,
it's a great group.
This crazy Perry tribe, hey?
But it's an awesome networking group that we've got now, and we bounce ideas off each other and give support. So.
Yeah, we're just guys that are on Blab with me at the moment. If you can just do us a favour, if you can just jump onto your Periscopes, but obviously turn your audio off first. If you can just jump on and do an invite and a share to Twitter for us from there. We want to drive people through just so that they can see Blab and how we're using it, and we can get a bit more engagement from all of our audiences together. So if you've got it, I don't know if you caught that, Danny. We're just asking if you can just turn your audio down, jump on Periscope and do a share of the feed, so that we get everybody all in and we can drive those numbers up as well. So I'm just going to do a quick let everyone know what's going on Periscope again, because we've got a few new people in, lots of hearts coming up. So guys, this is Tristan from AllThingsNetworking.com. We're just here doing a live cast with 4 people from our Perry tribe, so it's hashtag Perry tribe. We're doing this through blab.im, which is a new streaming platform that allows us to stream 4 lots of people all at the same time. We have posted the link out through our Twitter, and it's in the title as well. So you can go on there and you can join in the conversation there, or feel free to stay on Periscope and communicate here. The guys who are on camera can't see the live feed from Periscope, but I will pass your questions through to them if you've got them. It's just a real, for everybody involved, you can ask questions to real business owners and get hints and tips from people who are doing it for real businesses across different industries. so you can learn hints and tips from everyone there. I'm going to try and keep it with the other guys for a little bit, so you can hear from these guys, and I'll do a nice wrap up kind of at the end and give you some hints and tips for how we increase the productivity. And we're working with various businesses here. So I'm going to jump back to Danny. I'm going to bring it in for you, Danny. So, I mean, what kind of, other than Periscope, because obviously we know you're a bit of a Periscope fiend, what other platforms are you using? Because obviously you do cakes and cookies and it's a real life product. What kind of other platforms are you seeing really good engagement and that's working for you?
Is that my audio? Yeah.
I think it's
sorry. I am all over Facebook. That was the first one that I jumped onto. That's the one I've been on for the longest. Reasonably new, as in 12, 18 months, Instagram, which does really, really well for me. And believe it or not, the one that I least expected to do really well is Pinterest, which makes sense.
Yeah.
It's such a visual. When I check out my Google Analytics, Pinterest is right up there on my website. So they're the three that I'm all across. Since joining Periscope, I'm learning a little bit more about Twitter and getting to work my way around it. And I've got hardly any followers, so it looks like I'm brand new, even though I'm 6.5 years into the business. But yeah, still learning Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest are my main ones.
Yeah. Okay, cool. What about Sarah? We're going to jump over to you for a minute. What about you, other than your Periscope and your Twitter? Because I know we're quite active on there. What else are you using? I mean, is it similar kind of usage for you, or?
Yeah, definitely. So to go now. So Pinterest works really well for me, Danny, just like you. People tend to find my stuff through other people's projects, which is really handy. Insta's going really well. I mentioned before I'm not really seeing much from Scope and obviously Blab at this stage, but Facebook and anything like that, they are all just ways of connecting with our tribe.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So, Mikhail, knowing that you obviously do quite a bit in the kind of sales and marketing background, we know that you're jumping on and doing quite a few interviews and things. So obviously, this is the kind of platform that lends itself, I guess. You guys, while I've got Mikhail on. So guys, this is another thing with it. Obviously, it's a new platform, so there might be a few changes. What I'm doing is I've actually just muted Danny and Sarah just while I talk to Mikhail, just so that we can hold out any audio issues as much as possible for the viewers. So Mikhail, doing a lot of interviews. I guess this lends itself to you quite a bit as a really good platform for bringing lots of people together to talk at the same time.
Yeah, I'm getting echo big time.
How are we going? Are we any better there?
It was.
That is echo.
So guys, if we're so just a tip, if we're directing the questions, are we all good again?
Perfect.
If you do find that there's you get an echo, just try muting each person until you drop that echo out. Sometimes you just get a reverb because of all the audio coming through. So just do it until you find them, wait a couple of minutes and drop them back in. That's a good way to handle it.
Okay. Interestingly enough, you can't just
turn off your periscopes as well, so you're not putting the feedback through there as well. But one of the guys who's regularly on all the scopes. So yeah, Mikhail, using Blab as a platform. Obviously, we're fairly new on it, but kind of how you're using tech for doing interviews and things.
I think I like this platform, where I could see where this can go on panel interviews. If you're doing like a panel interview with 3 experts on one particular topic, this is going to be like a really good platform to do it on. Plus, obviously, the integration with Twitter and the chat where you can have the audience ask questions as well off the panel. I mean, this is going to go. This is really going to be the platform to do it on.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good with Blab for any of you who are new, who are tuning on. If you're on Periscope and stuff, and you get this opportunity to talk and you want to curate conversation, you can see up here. This is actually a live conversation going on in Blab, but we've obviously got the Periscope conversation going on as well, with people asking questions in here. Just going to turn that one down. Yeah, with people bringing the conversation through from Periscope as well. And then on the right-hand side of the screen here, we've actually got a Twitter feed of the hashtag that we've used as well. So we can see the conversation cross-platform. And obviously, this is becoming a thing, kind of using more than one platform. I mean, it's always been, from a marketing point of view, we've just been talking about how people are using Instagram and Pinterest and Periscope, and they're all kind of different. So it's it's a big thing. So just had a question: what's the name of the mic we use? Yeah, so the mic that a lot of the scopes are using, I'm going to spin around so you guys can see it. Is just down here. It's a Rode Smart Lav Plus. With that, it just enhances the audio for the Periscope viewers. Obviously, brings the sound closer from your mouth and allows you to do a better quality of audio. Audio is really, really important while you're doing all the video. So yeah, it's really important, guys, to do that if you're doing a lot of stuff. Thanks a lot there. Thanks a lot, Mark, for pinging that up on there. Yeah, so the Rode Smart Lav Plus, please do check that out as well. So yeah, this is a bit of an experiment, as we said, so bear with us. We are testing the tech and bits and pieces here, so people are up on the Blab and on Periscope at the same time. So do ask questions on the scope. See, Sarah's on the scope as well as being live. So actually, with it muted on their end, they can actually they can see the questions. So actually, if you are live on it and you've got it muted, guys, you'll be able to see the questions as they come in and answer them. So I'm just going to unmute you again, Danny. I had to mute you because we had a bit of feedback. So, I'm going to do, I guess the next one is kind of, what's your one top tip for people kind of in business? If you pick a platform and kind of give a top tip for what you would recommend for someone who's maybe in a physical business, kind of a bricks and mortar business, what's one kind of takeaway of how they can kind of engage their audience? And let's go Sarah first this time.
So, okay, my top tip for engaging people. Great, thanks, love it. I ask for feedback fairly regularly. So if people have purchased our product, I then go, hey, how'd you like it? What'd you use it for? I've got an Instagram set up so that if they use the hashtag Buttontopia, it actually feeds through to our website. So once I get it going a bit better, we'll actually have almost a product gallery of what you people have done, and they'll get bonuses for that sharing. So that's the best way I've kind of done it so far. I'm very new at it.
Cool, sounds good. Mikhail, what's your top tip for people who are in business kind of wanting to drive forward? If you had to give one top tip.
One top tip. Okay. Stop procrastinating. Just pick a platform and just take action, start implementing it. Obviously, every master was a disaster when they started. So all these new platforms that are coming on, like Periscope and Meerkat, Blab, none of us are masters on it. We're still learning. We're still making mistakes. We're still failing. But it's just a matter of failing fast, failing forward, getting up, and just keep moving forward, and just keep learning. Stop procrastinating. Oh no, I did for a while. I had it on my phone. I was like, what am I going to talk about? But once you start going onto the scopes of, say, like the social influencers or leaders out there, people like Ryan Stunoffice and Ryan Abel, Ryan Fanzo. And so you go on their scopes and you can watch what they do and how they engage. And that'd be another tip, is follow the big social influencers, learn off of them, and then just model and take it upon in your own business and start. I mean, Chocolate Johnny's a prime example of brick and mortar businesses using scoping and live streaming to a very big advantage in their business. So that's what I would say. Stop procrastinating, get into it, watch other social influencers that are doing really well with it, and learn from a model and implement.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good bit of advice. I mean, across any platform, like you say, is you really just need to get on and do it. I mean, if it wasn't for people pushing through kind of failures and testing things, we wouldn't have things like the light bulb. It's the fail 100 times and then find that. And I was actually listening to a really good broadcast today about how if you fail enough, you run out of things, and therefore you have to succeed. There's only kind of one way, and so that's a really good kind of bit of advice. Stop procrastinating. A lot of people are worried, and there's a bit of a fear thing going on with getting involved in new platforms. But surround yourself with people. I mean, that's why we're doing these group chats as well. Is obviously if you surround yourself with kind of other people who are doing the same thing, you learn a lot quicker as a group. Which is kind of the reason behind the Perry Tribe. So guys, if you want to fire in questions, use hashtag ATNScope or hashtag Perry Tribe. We're watching both those hashtags live on screen at the moment, so we can answer any questions from you guys. So, Danny, what's your top tip for people in business wanting to drive themselves forward on social?
I was going to say, can you remind me of the question again? So that's great. Social media in general, or are we talking
just
more?
If you had to pick one top tip for like a business owner when I really want to make it on social, what's kind of your top tip for pushing my business forward?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think Mick covered like just get out and do it. But I have found that, so I have on, let's talk Periscope specifically for a second because it's the newest one I've jumped on. I've created a business account and my Sweet Danny account. My Sweet Danny account by far has done so much better. I think people really love, the bond with the person like behind the business. And that's what's led to, as I was talking about before, networking with Chocolate Johnny, and we've got, so many things, collaborations and things coming up. Don't be afraid to get your face out there. I'm not wearing any makeup for the first time. I'm out there.
No makeup selfies.
Exactly. Doesn't matter what you look like. Just people like to get to know the person behind the business. They feel more connected to you. They're going to want to order. Oh, there's that girl on Periscope that does cakes. I really need a cake. Let's go with her. They feel like they do know me. Yeah, it's great for networking and just building relationships.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of love on here for coming on with no makeup on and delivering some great content.
Then. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the takeaway there is really be authentic, be genuine, be yourself, and Periscope and Blab.im obviously give you that opportunity to really put yourself out there raw and exposed for people to come in and find out what you're about. And obviously, like you say, Chocolate Johnny is a really good example. So guys, if you're on Periscope or you're on Blab, do go over to Periscope and check out @Chocolate Johnny. That's JOHNNY. Yeah, check him out. Like a real good example of a bricks and mortar business using a streaming platform to kind of drive themselves forward and kind of just connect with their audience. And he's just this really nice, genuine guy who's got so much time for all these other businesses who want to chat with him and find out how he did it and get bits of advice. So that's great. I mean, how are you finding it for not only connecting with your audience and like your customers, but say exactly like for the example of the Perry Tribe, we've obviously and there's like 12, 13 of us at the moment. How are you finding it connecting with other business owners and kind of drawing on their knowledge and advice? So we'll go for Mikhail this time first. Oh, I've got no audio for you, Mikhail. I lost you for a second.
Neither do I.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we're good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just lost you there. What was the question again?
So the question was how you're finding it connecting with other business owners, like you're obviously in the Perry Tribe now, so there's kind of a group of us all learning together. How are you finding it for social? For what's your kind of top tips on that kind of networking side of things with other businesses?
Networking is really good. For networking purposes, I think it beats going to even networking events. You can always join like other business owners are doing Scope, so you can join on. You can add value to their conversation by commenting. You can soft troll if you want to, just add a bit of fun. And then But no, it's like this hashtag Perry Tribe. This really started from Periscope, and we all met each other on a relationship from there, and it's just been blossoming. So it's fantastic for Perry Tribe, for networking. And I think people, they pay attention to this hashtag Perry Tribe, or I know Brian Fans has got hashtag Perry Family. That's another example. It's just business owners coming together, networking, sharing ideas, and also giving support to each other. So it's fantastic for networking.
Yeah, and like we said, when we kind of put the Perry Tribe thing together, it was about everybody connecting, all connecting together and helping each other. Because obviously, if everyone's working together, there's this whole mass of not only like customers but other businesses that we can kind of connect with and network with and introduce each other to, which kind of raises everybody up all at the same time. So it's that whole, which is why we use Perry Tribe, because it's the tribe mentality of everybody working together towards kind of a common goal of helping. So what's from kind of being involved with the Perry Tribe and networking with other people, what's been kind of the one thing that you've really kind of felt a real benefit from? So we're going to go to Danny this time. So kind of being connected with other businesses, what's your big takeaway by surrounding yourself with those people?
I'm losing you, damn it. Can you say that again? Sorry, Tristan.
Yeah, no worries. I was just saying, surrounding yourself with other businesses like the Perry Tribe, what's been your big takeaway from having those people around you now?
Oh, I'm just learning all I can from each person. And trying to give as much back as I can as well, whether they ask for it or not. Just, absolutely not take advantage of, but utilize the skills that we have. Like so many, you said we've got like 12, 13, 15 people or something. Utilize what we've got there and see what you can do to work together to, have a great outcome for not just yourself, but the other person, other people, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess one thing from that is that kind of doing this is a little bit like, I guess you referred to Periscope on steroids earlier. I guess this is kind of strategic partnerships and joint ventures on steroids, because what it is a big group of 12 people all working together towards promoting each other's businesses, rather than being kind of a two-business strategic partnership. It's now a 12-person strategic partnership where we're referring each other and supporting each other through social, as well as referring people for business as well. So,
how powerful is that?
Yeah, obviously it's only going to get more powerful as the tribe gets bigger and bigger. It's obviously going to get more and more powerful. So kind of the power of that networking. So Sarah, what's kind of your one big takeaway, whether it's a bit of advice from another member or just the feeling or having the support? What's the one takeaway for you?
A big part for me is the accountability. So, Tristan, Johnny and Nate from Australia Wow have given me so much help and push, and kind of like I was constantly afraid I was going to let you guys down. So particularly in the very beginning, where I'd literally get off any cast that you did and spend the next 5 hours implementing everything at the expense of, housework, jobs, whatever. So that having that accountability and having the holy cow, I can't figure this out, who's online that can help me? So that Perry Tribe community that we've got there, although my business is very different to some of the others out there, it's kind of a different little quirk, I suppose.
Yeah, and I suppose that having those people there that you can go to, like that's the point of this kind of Periscope and this blab, is the fact that we're all a group of real people doing real businesses, and so we're all from different industries, and so we all have a very different take on things. I am going to come back to a question in a minute. I'm going to go to Mikhail just for his take on this, but we have had a question that you guys might want to think about while we do this bit, in the difference between Instagram and Pinterest. So have a think about that, especially you girls. I know you're both fiends on the Instagram, Pinterest thing. So I'm going to jump to Mikhail for his takeaway on this. What do you think about that? Did you catch that one, Mikhail?
Regarding what? Regarding Pinterest and Instagram?
No, for you, it was just, I was coming to you about the kind of what you've got from being part of a group and network,
Part of
like
this group.
the Perry Tribe.
Yeah, I'd say accountability. I'd definitely agree with Sarah regarding the accountability. You know, people hold you accountable. You say things, then you have to follow through and do it. So I put that comment up there. You know, principle of priority, knowing what's important and what is urgent, and doing what is important first. So, just like Sarah said, you know, she started implementing everything that the group was telling her. Which was more important because it allowed her business to grow rather than focus on what's urgent, you know, focus on housework or some other things that needs to be done. But in time it gets done, but just doing the things that are important first.
Yeah. I mean, that's like you say, the accountability thing is a really big thing. It's great having all these ideas and having all this contribution from having a lot of people giving you ideas and support towards new concepts. But obviously, if you're not then taking action and doing them, it's kind of it's a waste of their breath to even tell you about them. So that's kind of, I suppose, why being part of a tribe, being part of a group is so powerful, is that kind of networking element. And obviously from our own business, that's essentially what our business is. Our whole business is built around helping people network and connect with each other. And that's kind of exactly what we've done here with the Perry Tribe. And obviously we're looking to find other kind of people out there who are really interested in helping other people and connecting. So yeah, we'll jump onto the question that came in about the differences between Pinterest and Instagram. So I don't know who wants to go first on this one. I'll let you guys decide this time.
Well, I'm not on either side.
No takers?
What did you want to know regarding Instagram and Pinterest?
So yeah, we had a question in. It came in on Periscope and kind of how you find the differences between using Instagram and using Pinterest for business.
Ooh. Sarah, do you have anything that jumps to mind straight away? And I'll let you go first, or?
No, you can go first, Danny.
Awesome. I guess Instagram I find more instantly you connect with someone. You know, you just tag them, you comment with them straight away. I guess Pinterest you can too, but I don't think the culture is there that you.
Oh, we just lost you for a second, Danny. Just lost your connection. Sarah, you might have to jump.
Yep, that's cool.
Hi, Sarah.
I've actually got similar things to what Danny's saying in that Insta is so instant, literally, in that I'll put a picture of a button or a project, or I'll go and have a look at somebody else's project, get immediate feedback, and that conversation happens in Insta really nicely. Whereas Pinterest, it almost, in my mind, and I've got more to learn about how to use it, but I'm not as personable on, there you go, Danny's just written it down in the comments. It's not as personable. You don't have those conversations. I've found that the Pinterest tends to be more of this in the United States market, do it a lot better than we do in Australia. And I think that we can learn a lot from that. But Pinterest will take time. So I've got, I don't know if Cara is on here from Right to Right, but she's continually telling me I need to put Pinterest on everything, and I just haven't done it yet to get that continual linking out there so Google can tap onto it and so it can generally pull in.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, getting that cross promotion is obviously a really big thing as well now. Is if you're using more than one platform, jump and have that, make it easy for people. Like with websites, is it easy social sharing? Kind of, can people pin straight to Pinterest and things like that? So we've just had a bit of a feedback on Periscope, people saying they find that running their social is obviously really quite time consuming. I don't know if we've got Danny. I'm going to try and unmute Danny and see if we can get her back on, about managing time with social.
Yes.
Are you there, Danny?
Yes, I am. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can't see you, but we can hear you. So if you want to chime in about how you can kind of manage your time with social? I know we had a bit of a chat about this week. So
We did, and actually Tristan's been a driving force in getting me to plan my social media much, a lot more. So I'm putting things in place to be able to do that at the moment. I don't, sorry. I haven't been scheduling my posts and things like that. Everything is just happening as it is. So sorry about the background noise. So on Facebook, if I have taken photos of what the cookies and the cakes that I've done during the week, but I don't get time to get there to post it, then it can be a week and my reach has gone from 15,000 down to 2,000. And we've got to do a lot of work to build that reach back up. So planning and time management is pretty much everything to keep it successful and keep it going instead of having to start over again each week.
Yeah, I think with the timing and the schedule side of things, it's a little bit like people saying with Periscope, it's about consistency, and it's not specifically I'm on at 8 o'clock every day, but it's more so that you're regularly on every day and people can expect that, or certain days of the week doing certain things. So I mean, that's a really powerful one, is kind of the time management element of, well, I suppose it's not just social, it's the whole business, because as a small business owner or an entrepreneur, you are the head of every department and you wear so many hats. It's juggling the time, and it's about working smarter, not working harder. So Mikhail, do you want to jump in and give us a bit on working smarter?
Yeah, I've got the audio.
Did you catch that one?
It broke up. It's just.
So yeah, just talking about like working smarter and kind of how to leverage your time better. I mean, you're obviously doing quite well with this, with connecting with other people and drawing knowledge from other people through interviews and things like that. So I kind of know it sits within your realms to look at how can I manage my time. I mean, as someone who's a business owner, you're doing interviews. I know you've got 3 kids and you drink a lot of tea, because I've heard the kettle a number of times. So how do you manage all your time?
This thing, like
the new phone.
Yes, the new phone. Tristan witnessed an unboxing today early on Blab. So, that, and I am old school. I still got one of these as well. So,
yeah.
Everything is written down. I tend to write things down. And the phone is just handy when you don't have, I have a diary nearby. I'll just put a note into the phone and just be consistent of putting it into the diary, or if you have a calendar on the phone, whatever you use to track and schedule things. I found a program, a software that I used. It pretty much, it's just got an RSS feed, and it feeds to Twitter and Facebook. But
yeah, my
biggest help comes from the diary. There's things that you forget, but you write it down, I guess. And then, I used to write it down on whatever I had. If I had a piece of paper in my pocket, I'd write it down on that. And then forget about putting it in the diary. I really hone on that. Because I'll get a phone call from somewhere, like a business phone call. Someone wants some advice, or someone wants me to come around and have a bit of job for them and give them a price. But I wouldn't have anything on me, so I'd just reach in my pockets, have a piece of paper and a pen, write it down, and then forget to put it in the diary. And I'd be losing business that way. So that's one big thing for me that I learned over the last couple of years, is just get organised and be very, very, I would like to say, stingy with your time.
Yeah, we've actually, talking about diaries, Mark Tech Untangler, so I know a lot of you will have seen him on your own scopes, is suggesting, Mark, can you just fire up the name of that app again? He's just sent through a link for a possible app for anyone who's struggling with diary management and things like that. Personally, I'm a big advocate of the Google Apps suite because it keeps everything neatly in one place for me. So it's Fantastical is the suggestion here, guys, if you wanted to have a look at that later. So it's Fantastical as a diary management app. So it gives us the option to kind of manage our diaries better. Like I say, for me, I know that Mikhail, you do the same with inviting people to, when you lock in some time with the people in the diary, you might do an invite to a calendar so that everyone knows kind of where and when, and there's the reminder side of things as well, which is obviously really important for the time management and also, like people not forgetting. So that's obviously a really powerful one. So is this the... yeah, that looks like it's probably it. Mark, is that the right one? I think so. Allows you to enter data in natural language like meet Tristan at 5 p.m. and then it will fill in the rest for you, which sounds great. Because I would imagine, Mark, does that, because it's an iOS, can you do that through Siri as well to add it in? Well, I'm not sure if that links in. So, yeah, it's great. And this is it. I mean, the likes of this live streaming and stuff. Yes, it does work with Siri, apparently. So you can literally press a button and not even have to type your diary. What a fantastic idea. Loving that. Thanks for that tip, Mark. Much appreciated for chiming in and giving advice where you've got it there. So I just wanted to point out there's some comments coming in on the side of Blab. One coming in from Coach Rick over here. If you're not consistent, you're not existent. What a fantastic phrase. Stay consistent, and that's not only in your posts but in your message as well. What your business, be really clear about what your business does, and get real clarity of message, so that when you deliver your message online and when you talk to people, you can be really consistent all the way through everything, marketing and stuff. So yeah, guys, I'm conscious that we don't want to hold all of you for too long, so I just wanted to see if you had any other kind of top tips or real productivity hacks, I guess, because people are looking at time management. I don't know if you've got any tips for that. If anyone, we've lost Sarah. If any of the other tribe want to jump in, please do jump in. We might have time. Yeah. Say again.
I was just saying, if someone wants to jump back, Sarah's back in. Maybe she dropped out. Oh, she's. If it,
I don't know.
It's okay.
That's weird. It's not Sarah, but it's got Kara's name above it now. That was strange. Kara.
Right, I'll log out and you guys can go play with Kara.
I was going to say, let me jump out and Kara can jump in my seat, but.
Okay. Well, yeah. Either way, well, if you jump out, if Kara can't get in, I'm not sure because her name's still above. Oh, we've lost two now. Yeah. Again, it's a new tech, so you see how this is how it works. So as the person who's running it, I get a call in when someone wants to join the seat. It's just a case of it, and then they come in as well. So, oh, hey. So this is my mum ringing in down on the bottom corner here from the UK. So we're gonna. Oh. Except we've gone. Oh, it's been a bit glitchy tonight. I'll have to speak to the team about this. I've got Sarah back, but with my mum's name on top of it now. So I'm not really sure where we're going with this one. So we definitely have to. Oh, I've now just lost the screen. Okay, so Kara, are you there?
She's ringing in on my screen.
Oh, it says it's live on my side. So. Sarah and Kara, I'm going to kick you both out. Can you both ring back in again? Okay, let's try this again. See how we go. Like I say, it's new technology. Oh, okay, so that's... Okay, let's close that and accept that and see what happens. Is that Kara? Are you in, Kara? Have we got... I've got no audio for you, Kara. Are you there?
She's still ringing in on my screen.
Yeah, it says, let me close this. Are you there, Kara? Let's see if we can take this one. See if this comes in. No, it's apparently my mum's ringing in, but we've got Sarah again. I'm not sure. Like I say, it's a new tech. So Kara can hear us, but she's having to type in the bottom corner. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Oh, we've got Neda ringing in. Let's see if this is actually Neda. It may well be Neda. It looks promising. We can see a face up here. Neda, are you there? No.
Here we go.
Seem to be
there we go.
Oh, Neda.
Hold on, let me put my volume up.
Hey, there we go. Neda's live. So, guys, if you don't know, this is Neda from Z & Co. She makes fantastic soap and beauty products, and some of them with sparkles. But yeah, do please keep it clean, Neda. On this one, it's just a bit of a Perry Tribe joke that's kind of become her tagline. She makes soaps and things. So, Neda, we're going to type in the bottom corner. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Oh, we got in. Let's see if this is actually Neda.
Oh,
There we go. Got Tristan's mum.
I've
I've
lost
got no
audio.
I can't hear Tristan. I can hear Neda.
So,
Oh, yeah, I can hear
Hello.
you.
There we go. I can
Can you hear me,
Tristan.
Neda?
I can now.
Okay, cool. So, Neda, do you want to chime in and tell us kind of how you're using social for... Mark from Tech Untangler is just saying make sure your Periscope audio is muted as well so you don't get feedback.
Yeah, I don't have any of that on.
So yeah, did you just want to give us how you're using social as well? And guys, just while you're on here, while we've changed it, one thing I want to highlight here about Blab that's great, as well as the chat and the video, is over on the left-hand side of the screen, as you look at it, there's an option to tweet out. And I'm going to do this live now so people can see how this works. Is because it's connected to your Twitter, it's a pre-written tweet and it tells you who's live. So as I post this out live now, it will put a new tweet out that will tag everybody who's live in the call. So that's a great feature for helping people connect afterwards, offline as well, onto Twitter. So Neda, how are you using social and what's your favourite platforms and your secret tips and formulas?
Periscope. Periscope's my favourite at the moment.
Yeah.
Only because I'm a visual person. So, yeah, it's been fabulous just getting to know everyone and networking. That's been the main reason why I use Periscope, because it's awesome at networking. And you can actually ask questions. So, yeah, it's pretty good like that. I started off using Facebook and it's kind of dwindled off now, and then Instagram, and that's okay, but it's starting to dwindle off a little bit too. The visual aspect there is you're still looking at pictures, but video is awesome. So, yeah, a lot of people can take in a lot more and trust you a little bit better when you're using video. So, yeah, I've used Pinterest as well, but I haven't upheld that. So I better work on that. But, yeah, there's so many platforms to use, and Twitter I'm just getting into as well. So, yeah. Thanks to Tristan.
I mean, we had the conversation about kind of working smarter, not working harder, and also, you know, finding productivity ways, productivity and apps that help you do that, scheduling your bits and pieces as well. And obviously one of those things is, I mean, we do, our Periscope that we do on a daily basis is mostly to do with productivity hacking and how you can make your time work harder for you. So yeah, guys, by all means, please do connect with everybody who's taken the time to jump in and share some knowledge with you today. Connect with them on Twitter. If you connect with them on Twitter, you'll see how active the guys are on Periscope as well. Cara, I see you're in with us, and you could hear us before. Can we hear you now? Is what I want to know. No, we've still got an audio issue going on from Cara's end for audio coming in. Not sure. Mum, can we hear you? I know that you can hear us. No, we've got an audio issue going on there. No, okay, we've got no audio. So it's just me and Neda. They're just keeping us company so that we're not lonely on the Blab, I think. So, so yeah, I mean, how are you finding the engagement for Periscope?
It's been huge. Yeah, I only started maybe 2.5 weeks ago, and yeah, I'm already making all these mates in marketing and also meeting a lot of new people that are now my customers. So yeah, it's getting bigger and better every single time I do a scope. I just have to make sure that I'm more consistent when I'm doing scopes, because I do tend to forget some days and just keep jumping on other people's scopes because they're so much more interesting than what I have to say, I suppose.
I mean, I think one of the things with the Periscope kind of functionality is that it drives an engagement not only through, like say, through your own scopes, but it encourages, like we've got the Peri tribe, and quite often it's you see the same people on the same scopes, and you're actually finding, and the reason it's kind of Peri tribe is about the mentality behind the people as well, is that you find the same people. So you're actually finding your tribe just by interacting in a lot of kind of periscopes, and suddenly you're surrounded by this group of amazingly talented people who are kind of very interconnected and supportive of each other. We're just gonna say bye to Danny. Danny's off. She's just giving us a lot of her time tonight with her no makeup selfie situation. But thanks a lot for your time, Danny. This is being recorded, so this will actually be available to watch back later as well. And obviously we've got Periscope. Sorry, Ned, I should have given you the heads up. I thought I'd tweeted it to the Perry tribe, but possibly not. So, it's at least you know now. So Cara's just trying to ring in again. So I'm just going to see if we can take the call and if we can hear her. Cara, are you there? She's in, but I don't know if she's got audio again. No, some audio issues going on there.
Is she on Android?
Jumping on and checking out. Oh, here we go. Cara, we can see you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Hey.
Okay,
Thanks
just for future reference.
Yep.
I have tried this originally when I was dialing in. I was using Firefox, and that was when you couldn't hear me or see me, and I couldn't get in. But oddly enough, when I was doing it this afternoon, I was using Firefox on my Android phone. Doesn't work on IE, and now I'm on Chrome, and it's working.
Yeah, I'm on Chrome too.
So are you on desktop or on the device?
Yeah, desktop. Desktop.
Okay. Did it work? Have you got Chrome on your device?
Yes, and that was when it worked this afternoon when I was at school so what it would have been about 3:45 your time. No, it was Firefox. Sorry, it wouldn't work on Chrome, but it worked on Firefox on my phone. Go figure.
Yeah. So for those of you who have just joined or who are watching back on the replay, this is the lovely Cara of Right to Right Oz. Please do follow her on Periscope and on Twitter, and now here on blab.im as well. Please do connect with her. She's somewhat of a specialist in the Android Periscope market, which is believe it or not, a bigger market than the iOS. So yeah, some really invaluable information there. If you want to look at how you can use Periscope for your business, she has a whole range more skills than that, but I'm going to actually let her tell you about them because otherwise I'm just going to talk and she's just going to sit here getting embarrassed. So I'll let her just give a proper introduction and let you know what she does.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so just a bit about my background. I have a degree in psychology and a graduate diploma of management. I started working in e-business in 2000 in the Australian government, where I started redesigning their website. So I was also helping to build e-business platforms and consult on e-business policy and legislation in the Australian federal government. From 2003 to 2012. I run 2 online businesses and I do coaching, and my main focus is actually Facebook. So my main thing is getting Facebook reach without advertising. So my clients gain anywhere between 60 to 600% reach without Facebook advertising.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome. I love that because again, this is another thing with small businesses and entrepreneurs is that they have there's a fear. There's quite a number of hurdles to overcome, and one of them is obviously everyone goes, oh, go do this, pay for pay-per-click, do this paid advertising with Facebook, and obviously it becomes overwhelming that the people start to question, how am I going to be able to afford to do all of this? And it's obviously good to be able to show them that you can get some traction through the likes of organic marketing and things like that. And that's actually for anyone who's interested, there's actually an interesting article that I wrote on LinkedIn about this. So if you're not, in fact, I don't think I'm connected to all of you guys on LinkedIn, and if you're not using it, you should be. But we'll talk about that in a Perry Tribe private chat afterwards, because I've got some great advice for you guys on that. And then we'll come back and we'll share it with everybody else once you guys are all up on there so they can connect. But on my LinkedIn, there's an article, actually, I'll put it out through Twitter when we come off this broadcast, that talks about how you can use organic. It's understanding the mentality of the people that you're dealing with. for like your audience, your customers, and the people who are engaging with your content. And all we did was we leveraged over the space of 3 weeks. We managed to take an event from 200 people to 1,200 people attending in 3 weeks without spending any money, because we understood what their drivers and motivators were. And obviously we leveraged from that to push this brand from 200 to 1,200 in 3 weeks and held it there for the 3 months of the campaign. And obviously that's a really interesting kind of story to read about, because it's a real life example of how it can be done. So for anyone who wants that, I'll post the link out on Twitter afterwards. Again, for anyone who's just coming in, anyone who's watching on the replay, either on Blab or on Periscope, please do go back and you can watch and find out more information and see any of the questions that are being asked. It's hashtag PeriTribe and hashtag ATNScope. We'll show you the information that's being talked about, because we're actually using blab.im on the computer, as you can see here, with 4 of us live. 4 of us live on here with a chat. But we've also got a Twitter feed running on the side here, and we're live on Periscope. So Mum Lynn down here. Hi, Mum. Say hi to everyone. Even if you can't give us audio, give us a wave. She's coming in from the UK, from the Isle of Wight. She actually is one of my business partners. I'm business partners with my mum, which is, again, another really cool story. And she, despite being my mum and obviously being someone who's a little bit older in business, is actually putting younger people to shame in the fact that she is quite regularly scoping. So guys, if you're not scoping, there's absolutely no excuse. My mum will get on the case and ask you why you're not embracing the technology. And she's, talking about making business fun. Periscope is obviously doing that, but there's other kind of things like business should be fun, and my mum is a big advocate of that. I know she's been flying down a water slide, all in the name of raising money for charity, I hasten to add, down her high street on the Isle of Wight. So always having fun and generally being a giggly granny, as she's known on the Isle of Wight. So Mum, if you can't get your audio, let's just get you typing up on the box on the side here. I notice you're popping a little bit on the side there. Yeah, it was just really, we just wanted to do a quick session, introduce people. So this is obviously the PeriTribe guys. You're getting to meet some of them, see the faces if you haven't seen them on Periscope before. If you're catching us on blab.im, please do connect with everybody through Twitter and on Periscope. And yeah, we're here to help you guys. The whole reason behind the PeriTribe is that if everybody's working together, Mikhail's jumped ship from Blab and he's now trolling me on Periscope. So again, yeah, it's a really a group of people who are here to kind of help, and they're people who are going through these things, and we work together with you. So if you want to ask any questions and stuff, please do reach out and connect. Everybody's kind of very, very willing to help. So if you guys have anything else to add, I'm going to give you a quick open, non-curated thing if you want to say anything. And then if not, I'm going to wrap up because I'm aware we've obviously had people on for quite a while. And I want to have a quick PeriTribe private after this as well, so we can have a quick debrief, as it were, and kind of get feedback from all of you and your experience of this, so that we can see if there's better things we can do with the tech and things as well. So has anyone got anything to chime in on, or should we call it a wrap there?
No, I think we're pretty good.
Cool. Well, hopefully people have seen some really good value in that hour, introducing them to a new platform and giving them some real hints and tips. I think on the next one, we'll probably jump in with some real direct things that we've done, like examples of how we've actioned something and the results that we've seen, so that people can get a real focused idea on that. So Mark's saying, thanks a lot for learning about Blab from Periscope. So pleasure. Thanks a lot for joining in, Mark, and giving us some details. Mark, that's something we were working on, but we ran out of time, and we've been told it is possible, and I'm waiting for a member of the Blab team to come in. Mark was just asking about if you can share a screen like you can on Google Hangouts, like we did with Ryan Steinolfsson. We're looking at that because obviously then we could have this feed would be my window and you guys would all be able to see all the questions, which would give us a double platform for questions. So hopefully by the time we go live next, I will have hacked some sort of solution together for that. So guys, thanks a lot for jumping in. Thanks a lot for the time. Everyone on Periscope, thanks a lot for tuning in. And please, if you joined late, please do watch the replay for lots of actionable hints, tips, and bits of business advice from real people in business. Do find out more about everybody involved by going to #PerryTribe and catch up on the broadcasts if you missed this or the ones before. It's #ATNScope. And I don't know if you can see it there.
Oh no!
It's there, but it's a little bit dark. Yep, #PerryTribe, #social media. So yeah, check out #PerryTribe and also ATNScope will be all the broadcasts and previous ones and the conversations around it. So thanks a lot, guys, for your time. Please do check out on Blab. This has been recorded. We can record it live as well. So you will be able to come back here. We'll share the link afterwards through Twitter. And we really appreciate you getting involved and sharing the evening with us. Thanks a lot from the Perry Tribe. Thanks from everybody on screen. And we will chat to you all soon. Thanks, guys. So that's Periscope done. I'll just wrap this one. So I'm just going to stop this. We can stay live. I'm just going to stop.